What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the stream, and today we're going to be diving into the final couple episodes of the Kansas City Royals series from MLB The Show 2023. Like I said in my update video, I found a couple of these recordings still kind of hanging out there, and I felt weird that I didn't finish this series. So we're going to put a good bow on this one. And in the World Series, we're going to having the Los Angeles Dodgers take on our Kansas City Royals. A Game 1 matchup of Tony Gonsolin for the Dodgers versus Tyler Mahle for the Royals. Taking a look at the postseason stats for Tony Gonsolin there. Not great in 2 starts so far. 10 innings pitched, 8.10 ERA. He's going to be starting this one off against Nick Gordon, and in a 3-2 count, Nick Gordon's going to rip one right back up the middle, and that is a fast start for the Kansas City Royals. Let's see what we can do with it. Dylan Carlson up next in a 3-2 count. Nick Gordon off and running there, but it's going to be off the edge of the plate, and Dylan Carlson works a walk. Now we're threatening early, first and second, nobody out. Cedric Mullins, our 3-hitter at the dish, but he's going to go down on a nice split-fingered fastball from Tony Gonsolin. Big strikeout there to get the first out of the inning. Takes some pressure off of Gonsolin and starts to put it on the Royals hitters. Gleyber Torres now at the dish in another 3-2 count, but just not what you're looking for out of your 4-hole hitter there. A weak pop out into foul territory, and now there are 2 outs. And that's going to bring up Vinny Pasquantino, who has really struggled this postseason. You see the OPS there of 487, and that's because he does things like this. Rolls over the pitch, and that is an easy ground out to second base, and the damage is averted for the Dodgers, and we leave Tony Gonsolin off the hook. Like we said, Tyler Mahle going to be stepping on the bump for us. 4 starts this postseason. Now, he does have a little bit of an elevated ERA at 5.21, but overall, not too bad. Got those 24 strikeouts in only 16 innings pitched. He'll go after James Outman, who chases a splitter in the dirt, and Drew Romo is able to clean that one up for out number 1. Top second now, following a leadoff single by Bobby Witt. He's off and running, and he's going to easily swipe this bag at second base, putting another runner in scoring position for the Royals. But Gavin Cross goes down on a tough slider down and in from Tony Gonsolin. And with that, Bobby Witt says, fine, I'll get to third base my damn self. Just no chance for the Dodgers to catch him, and now the lead is only 90 feet away. But Drew Romo can't get the job done as he goes down swinging on a nice 12-6 curveball. Now it's up to Oswald Peraza, who's trying to continue his hot playoffs. It's a worm burner up the middle, and it's a tough play, but it's made, and the Royals threaten again, but come away with nothing to show for it. 1 gone to the bottom half. Mahle gets another swinging strikeout on a tough splitter, and Romo continues to be a vacuum behind the plate. Now facing Adam Haseley in a 2-2 count, he's going to just absolutely freeze him with 94 on the black. He now has 3 strikeouts through 2 and is settling in nicely. After 2 quick outs in the third, Cedric Mullins is going to smack a ball against the shift into left field, and that is going to go for an easy double, and the Royals have yet another runner in scoring position opportunity. Now with Gleyber Torres at the dish, he says, enough of the small ball crap, I want a big fly! Gleyber Torres smashes that one into the LA Knights, and he gives the Royals the first lead of this World Series, 2-0 in the 3rd inning of Game 1. Gonsolin tried to throw another splitter here, but he left that one about belt high and on the inner edge, and Torres made him pay. 100 miles per hour on the exit velocity and a clean 400 feet on the distance. Taking one last look at this one on StatCast, just a majestic bomb into the bleachers and left. Bottom 3 looking for the shutdown inning. Mahle starts with a backwards K on a fastball up in the zone against Bellinger for strikeout number 4. Then he'll go right after Andy Pages in a 1-2 count and get him to swing through a slider to end the inning. He's got 5 of them things through 3 innings, and he's on fire. Skipping ahead to the 4th inning now, Big Freddie Freeman at the plate is going to hit into a routine double play, right? Nope, the old man still got some wheels as he beats it out. That brings up Michael Busch in a 3-2 count, and well,
that ain't it.
Dylan Carlson's going to give this one chase, but that ball is into the right field bleachers, and the Dodgers have tied this one up at 2. The Dodger faithful are going wild out there, and we've got a brand new ball game here in Game 1 of the World Series. This one hit just a little harder than Gleyber Torres' big fly in the third inning, but a little bit shorter at 396 feet. Nonetheless, this game is tied, and we're going to have to get that lead all over again. LA isn't going to mess around with Gonsolin anymore. They're going to call to the pen for Gregory Soto, who's been lights out in these playoffs to this point. Now with the lefty-lefty matchup on tap for us, it's going to force us to make a change. We're going to have to bring in Nick Lofton to pinch hit for Nick Gordon. And in a 1-2 count, Soto breaks the cardinal rule and drills Lofton in the shin. Ouchie! Now facing Dylan Carlson. Sir, you know you're not supposed to hit the other team's players, right? Back-to-back hit batsmen have the Royals threatening again. Cedric Mullins is going to float a fly ball into right field, and a diving effort by Pages can't make a play as the ball bounces over the wall and right for the ground rule double. That will score Lofton from second base, but Mullins and Carlson are forced to stop at second and third respectively. Gleyber Torres now tries to extend the lead, but he gets absolutely tangled up on a nasty slider, and Soto finally has his first out. In big moments, there's no room for egos, so we decide to be aggressive and pull the struggling lefty Vinny Pasquantino for Christian Bethancourt to get the righty-on-lefty matchup. And he battles his way to a 3-2 count and works the walk to load the bases. And, oh boy, Bobby Wood is at the dish now. Bases full of Royals. Gregory Soto will be like,
I'm in danger!
But in a 1-2 count, Witt just can't quite drive this fastball, and it lays up for an easy out to short right field to keep everyone where they're at. With Gavin Cross scheduled at the dish next, we stay aggressive and opt for another righty in Matt McLain. The Dodgers are going to trust Soto to work his way out of this one.
Wrong choice!
And Matt McLain is going to make them pay as he smacks it into left field, and it gets by Haseley! Everyone is going to score, and McLain is going to have a stand-up triple. And the Royals have blown the top off of this one and now lead by 4. Taking another look at this one, McLain just rips it into left field. Haseley tries to cut it off, but he can't quite get there, and he stumbles down onto the ground, which is all Matt McLain needs to get there to third base and drive in 3 big runners. That will finally chase Gregory Soto. Huge mistake to leave him out there as long as they did. No doubt that will be debated on morning talk shows all over the country tomorrow. And Reyes is only going to take 1 pitch to finally end this inning, but the Royals send 8 to the plate and drop a 4 spot to break open Game 1. Tyler Mahle goes right back to work in the bottom half. He'll get Bellinger chasing a nice splitter. Then he freezes Diego Cartaya on a slider. And finally, Pages with a lazy fly ball out to Lofton and left. Mahle gets the all-important shutdown inning, 1-2-3. Now into his 6th inning of work, Freeman takes Mahle through the old 5.5 hole, and now the Dodgers have 2 runners on with only 1 out. Not taking any chances here, that'll be all she wrote for Mahle, as Mark Pryor goes to relieve him of his duties in this one. Really solid performance by Mahle. 5 1/3 innings pitched, 5 hits allowed, 7 strikeouts, and 2 earned runs, but he's still responsible for those 2 guys on base. He'll turn the ball over to Angel Zerpa. Zerpa has been locked in these playoffs with a 12.0 Ks per 9, and both righties and lefties hitting under 200 against him. He'll go right after Michael Busch and blow 95 miles an hour right past him for a big out number 2. Then Lux didn't learn anything from Busch because Zerpa hits him with the same exact pitch for strike and out number 3. And the Royals work out of a jam and the lead stays at 4 in LA. After an uneventful couple innings, we turn the ball over to Rowan Wick in the 8th with the top of the order coming up. After striking out Pages, Wick tries to elevate a fastball against Outman, but instead of a strikeout, he'll deposit that one in the right field bleachers. Carlson almost able to make a play on it, but the Dodgers cut the lead by 1 here late. Despite the home run, Wick remains an unbothered king as he strikes out both J.D. Davis and Freddie Freeman on fastballs to get out of the inning. Bethancourt would add an RBI double for some insurance in the 9th, and I guess Asa Lacy thought my blood pressure was too low, so he kindly allowed 2 runners to reach base before finally getting Cartaya to ground out to second to end this one. And that's all she wrote. The Royals take Game 1 with a solid 7-3 victory. The offense took a couple innings to finally break through, but they were on tonight from the jump and finally opened the floodgates with that big 5th inning. Everyone in the lineup and off the bench did their jobs, and then Tyler Mahle did what he needed to do to get a well-earned victory. Cedric Mullins is your player of the game, but I think Matt McLain deserves some love, as he was the one who delivered that crushing blow with the bases-clearing triple in the 5th. Brady Singer would get the start in Game 2 against Bobby Miller. The Dodgers jumped on him early with 2 in the 1st and 3rd innings, eventually chasing him in the 3rd. Miller was rock solid for the Dodgers, going 6 in the 3rd innings, giving up 5 hits, 1 walk, and striking out 8. Nick Gordon smacked a home run in the 8th inning off of Joe Jimenez to cut the lead in half, and the Royals got the go-ahead run to the plate in the 9th, but Alex Vesia struck out Christian Bethancourt and got Oswald Peraza to ground out to leave runners at the corners and allow the Dodgers to even up the series at 1. Well, that's all I have for you guys in this one. Would have been nice to get out of LA taking both games, but I'll take a split as we go home for 3 straight. Next game's going to be Reed Detmers taking on Gavin Stone. I like our opportunity in that one. But in the meantime, between time, I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'm gone. Deuces.